Okay. So Ahana, you can see that we are doing heat. So for heat, what we did is, what is heat? The energy transferred from one body to another due to temperature difference. Okay, Ahana? So temperature difference अगर नहीं होता तो heat transfer होता? What according to you?
No, ma'am.
Ahana, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ,
Yeah.
so suppose अगर दो bodies है Ahana, suppose there are two bodies, body A, body B. You can see my screen now.
Yeah.
Okay, so body A and body B. If there is no temperature difference between these two bodies, suppose this is at 10 degrees C and this is also at 10 degrees C, then will heat flow from A to B or B to A?
It will not slow.
It will not flow. Exactly. So heat flows from one body, or heat energy is transferred from one body to another body only because there is a temperature difference. Had there been no temperature difference, heat energy will not transfer from one body to another body. All right, Ahana?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why do we feel cold? With that also we have already discussed that if we take ice cubes in our palm, what happens? Heat flows from our hand to the ice cube, है ना? Because हम लोग का हाथ जो है, it is at a higher temperature and ice cubes are at a lower temperature. So heat flows from our hand to the ice cube. The ice cubes gets the heat energy and thereby it melts. और हम लोग के हाथ से हीट निकल जाता है, we lose heat energy and that's why we feel cold. Okay, so heat always flow from hotter body which is at a higher temperature to a colder body which is at a lower temperature. Heat is a form of energy, we have already discussed. Okay, can you read these 4 points over here?
Yes, ma'am. The
Yes,
steam
please.
generated by boiling water can move the lid to the vessels containing it.
Okay,
Second point,
have you
heat.
ever noticed this first one?
I
Have you
have
ever
noticed.
noticed that if there is a boiling pot kept on a gas stove and it is covered with a lid and water is boiling and the lids are moving? Have you ever observed this?
Yeah.
Okay, so why is it moving? Because just now we understood that heat is a form of energy. तो energy है तो energy तो कुछ ना कुछ काम करेगा, है ना आहना? तो इसीलिए वो एनर्जी क्या कर रहा है, हीट एनर्जी क्या कर रहा है, इतना पावरफुल है वो स्टीम का हीट एनर्जी इतना पावरफुल है दैट इट इज मूविंग द लिड ऑफ द वेसल which it is contained in. Okay, now go and
Yeah.
read the next one.
Yeah. Heat energy was used to move steam engines.
Yes, so पुराने जमाने में in olden times, you must be knowing there was steam engines come like abhi we don't have steam engine. Initially we used to have steam engines when engines were developed. तो वो engine कैसे चलता था? With the heat energy, with the heat energy. Okay, third one.
Heat can cause a change in the state of matter.
Yes, suppose you have water and you heat it. What happens to the water?
The water becomes hot. No.
The water becomes hot and you keep heating it. Then
It will change into vapor form.
exactly, you'll see if you keep heating that water, there will be a time you'll see there's no water in the container. Why? Because all the water is converted into vapor or steam. Okay, so it converted from liquid state to vapor or gaseous state. That means heat has the power that it can change the state of a matter. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes. Now last point.
Steam can rotate generator turbines inside the thermal power plant.
Okay. Now there are big thermal power plants. You've heard of the, I don't know if you're in geography, you must have heard. You've heard of Bokaro steel plant.
Yeah.
Okay, in Bokaro, in Dhanbad, all these cities, in Durgapur, there are steel plants, there are thermal power plants जहाँ पे generators होते हैं और उन generators को turbines को rotate करने के लिए steam use होता है. Why? Because it is so powerful. This energy, heat energy is so powerful that it can even rotate the turbines of the generator. Okay. We have already discussed the SI unit of heat is joule. Other units of heat are calorie and kilocalorie. Now, Ahana, you can see how we are writing in calorie. If you're writing calorie in short, CAL. If you're writing kilocalorie, then KCAL. Okay. Yeah. Now, this also we have already done the first one. 1 calorie is how many joules?
4.2.
4.2. It's actually 1 calorie is 4.18 joule. But since we are not taking so much of approximation, then we write it as 4.2 joule. Okay. Now, Ahana, can you tell me 1 kg is how many grams?
1000.
1000 grams. Okay. Now, can you tell me 1 kilometer is how many meter?
1000.
1000 meter. So 1 kilocalorie will be how many calories?
1000.
Exactly, 1000 calories. So you need to remember this relationship. Now, thermal equilibrium. In the beginning of the class, Ahana, I told you that suppose there are two bodies, body A and body B. And these two bodies both are at the same temperature, 10 degrees C, 10 degrees C. So will there be a flow of heat? You said no, ma'am. There will be no flow of heat. Okay. So whenever two bodies are kept in contact and there is no flow of heat between the two bodies because they are at the same temperature, that means the two bodies are said to be in thermal equilibrium. Okay.
Yeah.
So just read this, the 3 points which I have mentioned under thermal equilibrium.
Yes, when the condition under which two substances in physical contact with each other doesn't exchange heat energy.
Okay, so these two are in contact with each other, but they are not exchanging any heat energy. There's no transfer of heat energy. Okay, next one.
The two substances are at the same temperature and therefore there's no further heat transfer.
Okay, because they are at the same temperature, there will be no further heat transfer between them. Okay, so this is the state of thermal equilibrium. Okay, Anna, suppose, okay, this is a body A and this is a body B. Okay, now this one, body A, is at 50 degrees C and this body B is at, suppose, 30 degrees C. So tell me whether there will be heat transfer or not.
There will be.
There will be from where to where? A to B or B to A?
A to B.
A to B, because A is at a higher temperature and B is at a... Now, for how long will this heat transfer take place according to you?
Until the temperature becomes same.
Exactly, right. Until they reach the state of thermal equilibrium, until they reach this state, until they share a common temperature between them, no net heat transfer will take place after that. Is it clear? So at thermal equilibrium, there is no net heat transfer. So if two bodies kept in contact, they are at different temperatures, suppose, there will be heat transfer till they reach a common temperature. After that, there will be no further heat transfer. Is it clear to you, thermal equilibrium?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, now coming to temperature, this also we have discussed in the last class. So the degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called its temperature. Temperature, I already told you, determines the direction of flow of heat. Okay, now you can see that in this diagram, this object is a warmer object, this is a cooler object, it is at a higher temperature, this is at a lower temperature, therefore heat is flowing from this to this. Okay, now the SI unit of temperature we have already discussed, it is Kelvin. Other units of temperature also we have already discussed, Celsius and Fahrenheit. And we can measure using temperature by a simple device which is called a
Thermometer.
thermometer. Exactly. Now, thermometer, Ahana, it is actually composed of two words, thermos and meter. Okay. So, thermos means heat in Latin, and meter means measuring device. So, heat measuring device is a thermometer. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this also, we already know that the temperature scales are Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Kelvin is the SI unit. Okay. Now, Celsius, it was developed by Anders Celsius. Fahrenheit was developed by Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, and Kelvin was developed by Lord Kelvin. Okay, Celsius scale को हम लोग centigrade scale भी बोलते हैं. It is also known as centigrade scale. Okay, and for symbol, this is degree Celsius, this is degree Fahrenheit, and this is Kelvin. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let us do a comparison. Now, whenever a thermometer is made, Ahana, it has 2 points. Do you know what are the 2 points?
The melting point and the boiling point.
Okay, it's a melting point and a boiling point, but in physics, we call it upper fixed point and lower fixed point. Upper fixed, my handwriting is clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Upper fixed point and lower fixed point. These are the 2 points which is taken into consideration whenever a thermometer is constructed. So under Fahrenheit scale, the lower fixed point is this one, the freezing water, which is the freezing point, or you can say the melting point also. Freezing point and melting point has to be same, है ना? 0 डिग्री C, अगर पानी है ना, मान लो 0 डिग्री C पे अगर हम लोग पानी को ला रहे हैं, तो इस पॉइंट पे पानी फ्रीज करेगा, और अगर 0 डिग्री C आइस है, तो इसी पॉइंट पे वो अब अगर हम लोग थोड़ा और बढ़ाएंगे तो वो मेल्ट भी करेगा, है ना? सो दे आर द सेम. 0 degree C is the freezing point and 0 degree C is the melting point. So you can call it as a freezing point or a melting point, whatever you can call it. And this is the boiling point. So under Fahrenheit, the lower fixed point is 32 degree F. Okay. And the upper fixed point is 212 degree F. All right.
Yeah.
So how many divisions are there?
180.
180 divisions. Absolutely. So whenever we are making a thermometer and we are marking it in degree Fahrenheit, then it will have a total of upper fixed point and lower fixed point agar hai, so it will have a total of 180 divisions. Okay. Now under Celsius scale, this is the lower fixed point. Ibrahim, Mama is teaching beta. Okay. Lower fixed point, and this one is the upper fixed point. Okay, and how many divisions it is having, Ahana?
100.
Okay, now when we come to Kelvin scale, the lower fixed point is
273.
And the upper fixed point is?
373.
And how many divisions?
100.
100 divisions. Okay. What does this 100 division means? That each division is equal to, one division is equal to 1 Kelvin in this case, है ना? देखो 273 है से लेकर 373 है, और अगर ये टोटल अगर 100 divisions में है, इसका मतलब 1 division has to be 1 Kelvin. And same goes for Celsius. 1 division is equals to
1 degree Celsius.
Yes. And same goes for Fahrenheit. 1 division is equals to
1 degree Fahrenheit.
Yes, absolutely. So this is how the different scales work, and this is how it is divided, and this is how it has a lower fixed point and upper fixed point. It doesn't change. तुम वर्ल्ड में जहां पे भी चले जाओ, the upper fixed point and lower fixed point of the temperature scales will remain constant. Okay, Ahana?
Yeah.
Okay. Acha, once the class is over, I'll share this in PDF form with you. Okay. So you don't have to take the screenshot, or you don't have to copy also. I'll just share the PDF with you. You can take a printout, or you can study digitally only. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, temperature scale, we have already done 3 temperature scales. They have a relationship. Okay. This is the relationship between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, so the relationship says C by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. Now, whenever you get a numerical, what you can do is you can simply, suppose they ask you to find C. So you simply place the value of Fahrenheit and you get the answer in degree Celsius. And suppose if they ask you okay, how much is 212 degree Fahrenheit in Celsius? So what you can do, simply place this value under Fahrenheit and get the value of degree Celsius. Is it clear?
Yeah, but where did this formula come from?
Okay, now this formula has a derivation based on the number of divisions. But again, I'm telling you, we don't need that derivation unnecessarily. You just need to remember, we don't need that derivation ever. Even in class 9, even in class 10, 11, 12, never. You won't need that derivation. Okay. So since you don't need that derivation, neither when you go for your NEET. So since you don't need that derivation, that is why I'm not showing you. Otherwise, I would have shown you. Any derivation, Ahana, will come across. If it is, even if it is needed in higher classes, then I will definitely show you. But if it is not needed up to class 12, then I will not show you the derivation unnecessarily to confuse you. Okay.
Okay.
So C by 5, F minus 32 by 9. So this formula you need to learn. Still, अगर तुमको कभी भी लगे कि नहीं मैम मुझे derivation जानना है, तो you tell me, I'll definitely show you the derivation. Okay?
No, मुझे जानना है.
तुमको जानना है? अच्छा ठीक है. तो ये let us complete it and then I will show you the derivation. Let us complete the at least the sums part, because मेरा target है कि आज हम लोग कम से कम इसके ऊपर based जो numericals है वो हम लोग complete कर ले, है ना? तो just complete this and then I'll show you the derivation from where this relationship has come. Okay, Anna?
Yeah.
Will that be okay? So now whenever there's a conversion, see this I told you for Celsius and Fahrenheit, you need not remember this formula or this formula. If you remember this formula, this relationship, it is more than enough for you to find out Fahrenheit or Celsius. So ये separately दिया है, तुमको याद करना है, तुम कर सकते हो, नहीं करना है, you can give it a skip. Okay, so sometimes teachers do ask us that when we have to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius, what will be the relationship? So this is the relationship. Okay, F is equals to 9 by 5C plus 32. Okay, now C is equals to F 5 by 9, F minus 32, or simply this. Okay, ये यहीं से आया है देखो. C को अगर हम लोग subject of formula बनाएंगे तो 5 will be multiplied at that end. So 5f minus 32 by 9. Okay, same thing. And for Celsius to Kelvin, always remember when we want something in the Kelvin scale, then what we need to do? We have to add 273. Suppose, let us go back to the previous slide. Here you see, Anna, this is how much degree C? Lower fixed point is 0. So lower fixed point in centigrade scale is 0. And in Kelvin scale, it is
273.
So that means 0 degree C and 273. This is the, it is how it is related. Now, if you want to find out how much is 100 degree C into in Kelvin scale, what are you going to do? You are going to add 100 plus the lower fixed point, which is 273. So you get the upper fixed point, which is 373. Understood? In Kelvin.
Yeah.
Got it? If you find it difficult to understand, please ask me, okay? As many times as you want. ठीक है? चलो. So Kelvin को convert करने के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हाना?
We'll add the lower fixed point, which is 273.
Exactly. और अगर हम लोग को Celsius से Kelvin करना होगा तो?
Subtract it.
Exactly. So Kelvin minus 273. Okay? Acha. So we'll do that relationship later. First, we will do few questions. So are there any questions given in your book? Let me see. And then I can give few more from my end also. Okay, yes, there are. So Ahana, you start doing it. You start doing it is on page number 67.
Okay.
Start doing from number 1. Don't see the solution. Try solving it on your own. If you see the solution, you'll get confused. Don't see the solution. Please try it on your own. And if you're stuck anywhere, please ask me. Then I'll show you how to do it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now there's something called absolute Kelvin. Okay, or absolute temperature. Now, what is the absolute temperature? See, the lowest temperature a body can have. Wait, let me share this with you first. Can you see the new screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have completed everything. Now, the lowest temperature which a body can have is the absolute temperature of the body. Okay, now this you can see. Can you see this absolute 0 or 0 Kelvin?
Yeah.
Yes. So that is the what you know. Yes. So absolute 0 or 0 Kelvin is the minimum temperature an object can have. A particular object cannot have a temperature which is lower than this. So always remember absolute 0. What is absolute 0?
0K.
0K. And what is it? It is the minimum temperature which a body can have. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing is this parameter for Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin, which we have already discussed. The upper fixed point, the lower fixed point. Okay, extra they have given the room temperature. So the room temperature, which is taken generally, is in Fahrenheit scale, it is 72 degree Fahrenheit. In Celsius, it is 23 degrees Celsius, and in Kelvin, it is 296 Kelvin. Okay. Now, for
Excuse me,
when
ma'am.
yes, say, no?
Yeah, so in the absolute temperature for Kelvin it's 0 K. So it will be different for Fahrenheit and Celsius, right?
Obviously, obviously. You see, when we say absolute zero, what we say? 0 Kelvin. यही बोलते हैं ना हम लोग एब्सोल्यूट जीरो. तो वो तो केल्विन में है 0 केल्विन. तो अगर हम लोग उसको सेल्सियस स्केल में कन्वर्ट करते हैं ना, तो हम लोग का फॉर्मूला क्या है? हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू कन्वर्ट केल्विन इज इक्वल्स टू डिग्री सेल्सियस प्लस 273. नाउ वी केल्विन इज गिवन टू अस 0, so degree Celsius plus 273. Therefore degree Celsius क्या हो गया? 0 minus 273, which is minus 273 degree Celsius. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the absolute zero in degree Celsius. Now once you get the absolute zero in degree Celsius, you can easily convert it to absolute zero in डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट, बिकॉज हम लोग को फ़ारेनहाइट एंड सेल्सियस का रिलेशनशिप पता है ना?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just do one favor for me. Can you convert minus 273 to degree F? Do that conversion. See if you're getting minus 460 or not.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, do it.
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting minus 459.4 degree Fahrenheit.
Okay, cool. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, so you see how everything is working, Ahana?
Yeah.
Okay, now let us see the differences between heat and temperature. This is a very common questions which appear in your school examination. Differentiate between heat and temperature. Okay, so first one, whenever we differentiate, the first one has to be the definition. Okay, so the first one is heat is a form of energy. And when we talk about temperature, it is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Okay, now the second difference is the SI unit. The SI unit of heat is joule, whereas the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. And you need not mention the other units. If you mention, fine. If you don't mention, there's no problem. Okay. In that case, if you're mentioning other units of temperature as Celsius and Fahrenheit, you can also mention over here other units of heat as calories and kilocalories. Oh, yes.
We can mention also, no?
Okay. Okay. Why don't we usually write? Reason is when we talk about erg, तभी बात करते हैं जब हम लोग वर्क डन या एनर्जी के बारे में बात करते हैं, ठीक है। तो जब अगर हीट रहता है, क्योंकि आई टोल्ड यू लास्ट क्लास आल्सो आहाना, आई डोंट नो इफ यू रिमेम्बर, व्हेनेवर तुम एक चिप्स का पैकेट खरीद के देखना, या अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई फूड पैकेट, पेस्ट्री, केक, कुछ भी ईटरी का अगर तुम्हारे पास पैकेट है, जस्ट टर्न इट अराउंड एंड वहां पे कैलोरिफिक वैल्यू दिया रहता है या फूड वैल्यू दिया रहता है, डाइटरी वैल्यू बहुत जगह लिखा रहता है, तो देखोगे वहां पे दे गिव यू इन किलो कैलोरीज और कैलोरीज, एंड वेरी फ्यू टाइम्स दे आल्सो मेंशन इट इन जूल बट नेवर अर्ग. Okay, so whenever they talk about heat, they talk about food consumption values, then they always speak about calories, kilocalories and joule. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And heat energy cannot be measured with any instrument. Yes. Always remember, many students make this mistake. We can measure heat by temperature. No, we can measure temperature with the help of thermometer, not heat. You cannot measure heat, how much heat a body has. है ना, जब तुम टेम्परेचर मेजर करते हो आहाना, सपोज के किसी इंसान को फीवर आ गया है ना, तो तुम जब उसको थर्मोमीटर डाल के मेजर करते हो तो तुमको जो वैल्यू दिखाएगा वो, सपोज उसको 100 फीवर आया हुआ है तो 100 डिग्री F यही दिखाएगा ना.
या
सपोज कि उसका कोई फीवर नहीं है, वो एक नॉर्मल पर्सन का टेम्परेचर है, सो नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बॉडी टेम्परेचर क्या दिखाएगा, 37 डिग्री C, या फिर इन फ़ारेनहाइट इट विल शो 98.6 डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट.
या
है ना, तो ये क्या तुमको दिखा रहा है, ये तुमको टेम्परेचर दिखा रहा है. बोल रहा है 37 कैलोरीज, ये बोल रहा है क्या, नहीं, ये बोल रहा है 98.6 कैलोरीज, ये बोल रहा है 37 जूल, नहीं ना. they are telling you degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. They are mentioning to you the temperature of the body. They are not telling you about how much heat the body has. So heat energy cannot be measured using thermometer. There is another device which is there to measure heat energy, but they are not direct any instrument. Okay, there's one instrument which is called calorimeter, which you will study in class 9 or 10. Okay, this instrument, this device is used to measure the transfer of heat energy. Okay, कि एक बॉडी से दूसरे बॉडी में कितना हीट एनर्जी ट्रांसफर हुआ, हॉट बॉडी से कोल्ड बॉडी में कितना हीट लूज किया, बट they don't measure how much heat energy the body has. तो इसीलिए यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है it can't be measured with any instrument. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you go in class 9 and 10, there will be a chapter called calorimetry. It's a big chapter. So you will be doing that, calorimetry. There you will come to know about the transfer of heat energy. कि कितना ट्रांसफर हुआ. मान लो कि तुम पानी में आइस डाल दिए, तो कितना पानी से एनर्जी गया आइस में, या आइस से कितना एनर्जी गया पानी में, या फिर दोनों में जब हीट है तो वो कौन से कॉमन टेम्परेचर पे आके दोनों का क्या कॉमन टेम्परेचर होगा. मान लो पानी है तुम्हारा 50 डिग्री C, उसमें तुम आइस डालते हो विच इज एट 0 डिग्री C, तो मिक्स करने के बाद इन लोग का कॉमन टेम्परेचर क्या होगा, ये सब के बारे में हम लोग स्टडी करेंगे. कौन से चैप्टर में, कैलोरीमेट्री. ओके. Okay, so up till all these things, any doubt if you have, please ask me any doubt, then we'll go ahead. Up till here, any doubt if you have.
No, ma'am.
Done. तो चलो अब हम लोग पहले,
Yeah.
तुम क्या बोले थे, तुमको करना था डेरिवेशन, है ना, थोड़ा हम लोग डेरिवेशन कर लेंगे फिर हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. So derive the relationship between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Before you derive this relationship, one thing you need to understand, Ahana. What you need to understand? The Celsius and Fahrenheit relationship जो है वो एक डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप है. डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप का क्या मतलब होता है? डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप का मतलब होता है कि अगर सेल्सियस में टेम्परेचर को बढ़ा रहे हो ना, तो वो फ़ारेनहाइट में भी उतना ही बढ़ेगा, उतना ही इक्विवेलेंट बढ़ेगा। ठीक है, सपोज चलो हम बताते हैं, मान लो कि तुम्हारा एक बॉडी है जो है 60 डिग्री सी, ठीक है, और इसको तुम गर्म किया, यू हीटेड दिस बॉडी, तो ये हो गया हीट करने के बाद 80 डिग्री सी। तो कैन यू टेल मी कितना टेम्परेचर बढ़ा है?
20 degree C.
Yes, change in temperature is 20 degree C. अब इसी पे एक टीचर तुमसे पूछता है कि अगर 20 degree C is the change in temperature, then what will be the change in temperature in Fahrenheit scale? Can you tell me?
So I'll convert 60 degrees Celsius into
No,
Fahrenheit.
no, that is the reason I'm showing you this. No, you'll not convert it to Fahrenheit. See, change in temperature. Change मतलब delta T. Delta मतलब change. हम लोग किसी चीज को जब चेंज कर रहे हैं, तुमको अगर फ़ारेनहाइट में निकालना है ना, ये देखो एक लॉन्ग कट बताती हूँ, एक शॉर्टकट बताती हूँ। लॉन्ग कट क्या है? अगर मान लो तुमको ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर करना है, 2 ways, लॉन्ग कट एंड शॉर्टकट। लॉन्ग कट, शॉर्टकट यहाँ पे दिखाएंगे हम लोग। शॉर्टकट, लॉन्ग कट ये है आहाना कि 60 डिग्री सी को तुम फ़ारेनहाइट में चेंज कर दो, ठीक है, फिर 80 डिग्री सी को तुम फ़ारेनहाइट में चेंज कर दो, उसके बाद दोनों को माइनस कर दो। समझ गए? है ना? तो 60 डिग्री सी को you will change into Fahrenheit using the relationship. Again 80 डिग्री सी को you will change in Fahrenheit in T1 or T2 you will change, and then what you will do, you will deduct T2 from T1 and then you will get the answer in degree Fahrenheit. All right,
Yeah.
that is the long cut. एक पूरा फॉर्मूला में इसको प्लेस करना होगा, पहले कन्वर्ट करना होगा, फिर माइनस करना होगा। शॉर्टकट क्या है? हमेशा याद रखना, जब भी यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट चेंज, जब भी यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिफरेंस, जब भी यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट राइज or fall, okay, then that equivalent remains the same. 20 डिग्री सी rise in temperature, यहाँ पे 20 डिग्री सी temperature rise कर रहा है ना, 20 डिग्री सी rise in temperature is equal to 20 degree Fahrenheit rise in temperature. They are same. Understood, Ahana?
How so?
20 degree C rise in temperature. Suppose a body, its temperature is increasing by 1 degree C. Increasing by 1 degree C मतलब ये नहीं कि बॉडी का टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री सी है। इंक्रीजिंग बाय 1 डिग्री सी मतलब वो 30 डिग्री सी था, अब वो 31 डिग्री सी हो गया। ठीक है? तो वो फ़ारेनहाइट में भी अगर मान लो, एक फ्रेश पेज ले रहे हैं, सपोज के ये है तुम्हारा एक बॉडी है, उसका टेम्परेचर है मान लो 37 डिग्री सी, उसका there is 1 degree C rise in temperature. So ये 1 degree C rise in temperature होगा तो वो हो जाएगा 38 degree C. Okay, this 1 degree C rise in temperature is same as 1 degree F rise in temperature. ठीक है? क्लियर है? इससे एक एमसीक्यू आ सकता है कि सपोज के एक बॉडी है, उसका चेंज इन टेम्परेचर है 20 डिग्री सी, so what will be its change in temperature in Fahrenheit scale? So answer will be 20 degree F. Understood? So
yeah,
thinking about this concept in mind, keeping this concept in mind, कि they have a direct relationship. Whenever your degree Fahrenheit Celsius increases, degree Fahrenheit also increases. Whenever your degree Celsius decreases, degree Fahrenheit also decreases. We are going to derive the relationship. Okay, so I'm just writing it. As you don't need to write it right now. Okay, as the temperature falls, on Celsius scale, the temperature equal to Fahrenheit scale. Whenever we derive anything, we need to write few words कि कहाँ से derivation शुरू करेंगे. ठीक है? तो I'm writing what I have explained you. The temperature equal to Fahrenheit scale would also be low. ठीक है? So if I'm writing degree Celsius minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point, इसको हम लोग डायरेक्टली लिख सकते हैं नंबर ऑफ डिविजन्स. ठीक है? इट इज इक्वल टू f minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. Again we can directly write it as number of divisions. ठीक है? So c को हम लोग लिखते हैं c माइनस लोअर फिक्स पॉइंट क्या होता है डिग्री सेल्सियस में? 0 बाय नंबर ऑफ डिविजन्स क्या होता है सेल्सियस स्केल में? 100. So you can directly write 100 or you can write upper fixed point 100 minus lower fixed point 0. You can directly write 100 minus 0 or simply 100. ठीक है? Again Fahrenheit, keep it as F minus lower fixed point क्या होता है Fahrenheit में? 32 degrees. Yes. By what is the number of divisions in Fahrenheit scale?
180.
180. You can expand and write 212 minus 32. It will give you 180. Okay, Hannah?
Yeah.
So carry forward. C minus 0 by 100 is equals to F minus 32 by 180. All right, you can cancel it. ये हो जाएगा तुम्हारा 2 से अगर हम लोग कैंसिल करेंगे तो 2 5 10 2 9 18. Okay, so C by 5 is equals to F minus 32 by 9. Did you get the relationship?
Yeah.
1 second, Anna, Asif sir is calling me. Hello. Tell that person to wait. My class is going to end in 2 minutes. Okay, is it clear, Ahana?
Yeah.
So this is how you are getting the derivation or relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. It is recorded. The recording will be uploaded. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take, or if you want to go through the recording, you can go through the recording as you